solving for three variables. Practice. Oh man, I wish I could be there. This is just my favorite ever. All right. We're on practice, and we're gonna do practice one. I know some of you guys tackled this a little bit yesterday. Let's take a look. I already see that if I start eliminating these z's, if I combined it, those z's would be gone, and my y's would be gone. And so I might just kind of take a gander at this right here, add those two together. What happened if I added those two together? Well, I would get two x's. Would you guys agree? Because if I add those together, that's two x's. My y's would cancel, my z's would cancel, and if I add -1 and 7, that's going to equal 6. Okay, so I combine those two together, and I've already magically gotten x equals 3. There we go. All right. Now, I kind of made a mistake yesterday because I plugged, I was just working with a couple of you guys, and I plugged the 3 into these two x's. But the problem is if I plug them, I already used these two equations. So I'm going to get the exact same equation plugging a 3 into here. So I don't want to use those two. I need to use the bottom one some way because I haven't used this. So I'm going to pick this one and let's go with this one. All right, we'll just pick, it doesn't matter which two you take, just don't retake the same two we already combined. So I'm going to put, now I know this is a 3, so I'm going to put a 3 into my x's. So I'm going to do the top one first. So it's going to be 3 minus 2y plus z equals -1. And then I'm going to do the bottom one, which would be 3 plus y plus z equals 2. Now, I'm going to do a move that might blow your minds, okay, because I don't feel like writing this out a billion times. I like to get my y and my z's all by itself, so I don't like these 3's sticking around out here in the front, okay? So I'm going to -3, -3, -3, -3. All right, so I am going to end up with -2y plus z equals -4. And I'm going to end up with y plus z equals -1. Okay, cool. I just moved those. So now I've got my constant over here on this side, my variables over here on this side. All right, all right. Let's see. If I combine these two, it's not going to work out pretty. But if I multiply everything over the bottom one by a -1, I'm going to multiply everything by a -1, which turns everything opposite. So that's actually a -z. Now I can add them together. That's going to be -3y. These will cancel. And then I'm left with -3. All right, to solve for y, I'm going to divide by -3. All right, if we're this far and I need to keep dividing by -3, you should hopefully see that y will be 1. Okay, let's add this up here. Y is 1. Cool. Now I got x and I got my y. So now I need to still find z. Z is the missing link. All right, so you can plug it into any of those equations. Oh, let's go blue. Let's plug it into here. I got y as 1, x is 3. I'm going to plug it right down here into this bottom. So 3 plus 1 is 4, plus the z should equal 2, right? X is 3, y is 1, that should total 4, plus z equals 2. And I'm going to minus the 4, minus the 4, and I get z equals negative 2. Negative 2. So if I really wanted to lay this out nice and pretty, and I don't care how you lay it out, technically it goes x first, then your y, and then your z. There we go. Look at that. Just look at it. All right. That actually didn't take too much time. Okay. All right, let's try one that's a little bit harder. Let's try number 2, and then I'll set up maybe number 3, and you guys can work number 3 by itself. Number 2, these z's look like they would be kind of easy to, because that's a 1, a 2, and a 4. I could probably eliminate those pretty easily. Let's multiply this whole thing down here by a 2. That'll turn that into a negative 4, and then I can knock out the z, right? So I'm just going to multiply that together. That's going to give me negative 2x plus 6y minus 4z equals negative 30. All right, so that's just this middle one. I just rewrote it after I multiplied by 2. Now, would you guys agree? That'll cancel if I add. And I will have x plus, it looks like 5y's. There's 1y minus 6y's equals, a negative 17, it looks like. Oh, this is all in my head. All right, there's that. That equation's good. Now I've got it down to 2. I got an x and a y. Whew. All right, let's clear this up, make it look nice and pretty again. All right, now I got rid of my z. Now I want to get rid of my other z. And so I'm probably, let's make this green. Probably can get rid of these z's here. If I multiply this row by a 2, would you agree then that would knock out this right here? If I multiply, if I got that to be a 2, that could knock out. So it's going to be 16x minus 4y plus 2z's equals negative 12. All right, once you do one thing to one thing, you got to do it to all. Now I'm going to add these two together. So 16, forget this exists right now, all right? Okay, because that's this equation. 16 plus a negative x is actually 15 x's. Negative 4y plus 3y's is actually a negative 1y. And then 2z and 2z will cancel out. And I am left with negative 12 and negative 15, which is negative 27. All right, cool. Now we got it down to 2 variables. Woo. All right, now it's your choice. I'm seeing multiply this by 5 because that'll turn out to be negative 5. It'll cancel there. Or you could multiply this top part by negative 15. It don't matter. I like the bottom. I'm going to do it. I'm going to multiply the bottom by 5. I'm going to just write it right up here. 5 times 15 is 75 x's minus 5 y's. Oh boy, here it comes. Can I do this in my head? 5 times negative 27. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 135? Negative 135, I think. I gotta take, I'm doing my calculator here just to make sure. I would hate to do it wrong for you guys. 5 times 7. Yeah, negative 135. Awesome. Okay, so that is essentially, it's this red equation right up here, right? Once I multiplied it. I love color coding. It's so nice, isn't it? Color code everything. Just color code your life, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Now, if I combine these two, I know you guys are like, what is going on? Those will disappear. And I'm left with 76 x's and a negative 152, which, if you don't believe me, magically happens out to be -2. Cool. X is -2. Woo! Now that I know X is -2, I might take this. I might plug it into like, oh, that guy right there. So I'm going to plug it in there. -2 plus 5y. Remember, you got to be smart with what you plug in. I mean, you can plug them into anywhere, but sometimes it won't help you. So I just plugged that into -2 there. I'm going to add 2 to both sides. I'll knock that sucker out. Oh boy. 5y equals -15. So would you guys agree y is -3? Okay, right, after you divide 5 on both sides. Cool, now we got 2 done. Now I'm going to come up here to these 3 first. All right, the 3 first, and I know now x is -2 and y is -3. So I'm looking at this guy right here. He looks pretty simple if I answered that all in. So I'm going to put a -2 into x. Well, wouldn't you believe that's going to be a -2 plus 3y's, which y is a -3, minus 2z's equals -15. Okay, I don't know if I'll have time to do the story problem. You guys can, the story problem is so easy. This is going to be 2 plus -9, which 2 plus -9 is -7. So I'm going to go move it down here. -7 minus 2z's equals -15. Add 7, add 7. All right, I know this sounds really stupid, but I'm going to let you figure out z. If you can't do this, then go back to algebra 1. You can find me my z. All right, let's go to the last problem. The pizza shop. 2 small pizzas, a 2-liter soda, and a salad cost $14. That's a total right there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go 14 buckers. All right. Get this, though. 2 small pizzas, 2 pizzas, plus 1 soda. Oh, I don't like S for soda. Oh, well, yeah, I guess. 1 soda, and then 1 and a salad. So it'd be 1 salad, and let's go, we'll call it L for lettuce, because lettuce is in salad, right? I have 2 pizzas, 1 soda, and 1 lettuce equals 14 bucks. But 1 pizza plus a liter of soda, so 1 soda, and 3 salads, if you want 3 lettuce, that will equal 15 bucks. And 3 small pizzas, a liter of soda, 1 soda, costs 16 bucks. Ooh. So that means no lettuce. No lettuce. All right. You guys might say, we never did this, Mr. Sheedy. You never did this. Well, we already got 1 down here. That's already by 2 variables. So I would look at maybe combining these 2 to get rid of my lettuce. So maybe start by multiplying this by a -3. All right, you guys have fun figuring this out. Love you guys. See you Monday. Peace.